the Jump Start Monday, where we share a book, a proverb, and an online course that has helped us or touched us in a positive way. Waiting for people to come on. We are broadcasting live on Facebook, on LinkedIn, and on YouTube. If you're there, if you're here, just send a message to see who's here. Let's see who's the first person who sent us the message today. And in just a few seconds, in 30 seconds or so, we're going to begin. So we keep it short and concise. Sotia Christou is the first person who sent a message in from, as always, YouTube. Good morning, Michael. Have a productive week. Can't wait to listen to today's talk. Wow, there is a key word in your message about today's talk. Let's see who else is here. Margarita Dimitriou is here. Can you bring the comments on, Melissa, please? Very good. Pagona, Yannis Papayannis. Guys, we have a lot of people here. Greetings from Lebanon. Sergio, good to see you. Kalimera Michalismu, Kalimera Pagona. Great to have you. Oh, Chrysilla, good to see you here. So guys, let's start. First and foremost, I have to say happy birthday to my wife. It's her birthday today. She's 33 years old. And in just a few days, we'll have the twins' birthday that they're coming out in less than 10 days. So happy birthday, Christine. I love you. I miss you. And I'll be home late. Just joking. I'll be home early. So let's see who's the winner of their Stand Up, Stand Out online course. And you can also be a winner of the Stand Up, Stand Out public speaking course. You just simply need to share the course. You need to share this episode, either if you're watching it live now or if you're watching it later on. So the winner is Patrycja Laura. Patrycja, well done. Please get in contact with Melissa at admin@michaelvirardi.com. Melissa will put it on later on and you can see her email and you can get in contact with her to claim your gift. Thank you very much, Patrycja, and well done. So guys, today I'm going to talk about a skill that is invisible. Out of the 50,000 soft skills, it is probably the most crucial of them all. They don't teach this skill at Harvard Business School or at your school or at our school. And this is probably, it seems the easiest to learn, but it's very hard. And this skill, my dear friends, can make you a better CEO. It can make you a better manager of a big or a small unit. It can make you a great solopreneur, entrepreneur, a great trainer, speaker, author, a great husband or wife. And yet, people find it very hard to practice this skill. And Sodia, it was in your statement that you made before, you said, I can't wait to listen to what you're about to say. And this skill, my dear friends, is listening. And let's start with our online course, which is Improving Your Listening Skills by Dorie Clark. Let's show it. Improving Your Listening Skills by Dorie Clark. And this is the course, as you can see it. It's a LinkedIn course. Dorie is a professor at Duke University. This is an amazing course. And through this course, I'm going to be telling you a few things that you need to know. First and foremost, why do you think it is so hard for people to practice probably the most easiest of them of soft skills? First and foremost, because people rush to fill in the blanks. They are impatient and they want to say what they want to say to their fellow speaker, to the other person who's listening or who's talking to them. It was Dale Carnegie who said that be interested, not interesting. In most cases, I see people rushing in as people tell them, I used to ski up in the Alps and I broke my leg. And before you even finish, before they ask you a question, how did it happen? How does it feel? When was that? They go and say, let me tell you what happened to me. I was at Trollocs Mountain. I broke my leg as well. And they rush in to tell you what happened to them. It's an ego thing, I believe, most of the times. This ego, talking about ourselves most of the cases, doesn't render us a good listener. The other thing, And it's also one of the crucial things in public speaking, crucial thing is in life, is that the average attention span of an adult is less than 7 seconds. And sometimes when our fellow speaker is not that interesting, we doze off, we look on the right, we look on the left, and we show it with our physiology, and we're not good listeners. There are other times when listening is all about, I want to tell you something that I consider to be more important, or I don't like the feedback you are giving me. So I'm going to be showing you with my body language that, and my close stance, that I don't agree with you, or I don't agree with the feedback you're giving me. But why? It's better to listen. If they're wrong, you have nothing to lose. If they're right, you can improve. So what are the benefits of being a good listener? First and foremost, you're more likable. People love someone who's listening to them. And there is a story about two prime ministers, Mr. Disraeli and Mr. Gladstone. When they met at the Baroness house, Baroness Villa, many, many years ago in the 19th century, when the owner of the house went out to escort them, the reporters asked her, "How did you feel talking to Mr. Gladstone?" And the Baroness said, "I felt that he's the most interesting man on earth." "And how did you feel talking to Mr. Disraeli?" She said, "I felt that I am the most interesting woman when I spoke to him, because Mr. Disraeli knew something that Mr. Gladstone did not. God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth, and we should use them in that proportion. Listen twice and talk once. Become an interested person, not an interesting person." When you listen well as a manager, as a CEO, as a husband or as a wife, you can uncover the real reason behind probably a quarrel inside your company or inside your unit, rather than the surface reason. So if you uncover the real reason, you can bring about change, positive change. If you're a good listener, at the end of the day, you can have more ideas. Because as I said in one of my seminars, if you have €1 and I have €1 and we exchange it, we end up both having €1 each. But if you have one idea and I have one idea and we exchange it, we end up having 2 ideas each. So it's about collecting ideas. In some of my speeches or seminars or trainings where things go very, very well, people ask me, "Michael, you were wonderful. Where do you get all these ideas?" And the truth of the matter is that I don't get them alone. I talk to Melissa, I talk to my friends, I talk to my mentors, I talk to younger people. How would you have handled this speech, this particular speech? And I brainstorm. I want to listen to ideas. I talk to our intern, Konstantinos. I get ideas from everyone, because no man or a woman is an island. You are as strong as your weakest link. So we all need to lift up together. And how do we do that? How do we become better managers, better husbands, better wives, better CEOs? You do that by, and Soria is very correct about wisdom and what she talked about, you do that by listening. So some people think that listening is only listening to words, but it's not that. Listening is energy. You should concentrate on the other person. You should ask targeted questions to show that you understood or to show that you want to learn more. You should also not rush to fill in the gaps. There are silences whilst talking to each other. So let the silences settle in. Sometimes people talk slower, so you need to let them finish. And if you're not sure, ask them, "Have you finished?" And don't keep your answer inside your head, what you're about to say, because if you do, you're blocking the words that are coming your way. And this leads us to our today's proverb, which comes from the same online course. And I will ask Melissa to show it now. Thank you, Melissa. As Dorie Clark says, listening is an invisible skill. She's so spot on. It's not flashy, it's true, because you cannot show it like the brands that we wear. It doesn't announce itself, but it can be your secret weapon to success, to happiness, to effectiveness, and to efficiency. And from the moment that I understood this, I think I became a better human being and probably a better professional. And we talked about the online course. We talked about the proverb. So now let me show you the book. This is the second best-selling book in the history of the world behind the Bible. It is Dale Carnegie's book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. If you haven't read this book, make sure that you make a note to buy this book. Melissa, show it once more so people can make a note to buy this book. How to Win Friends and Influence People. It has been translated to many languages, to almost each and every language across the globe. It has been written over 85 years ago, and it is a book that is still relevant today because it helps you understand how to render other people important. And how do you do that? If I can sum it up in one sentence, be interested, not interesting. Be interested in the other person. Sometimes you move away from a conversation, you leave, and people say, oh, that John guy, Melissa, Sodia was such an interesting person. And Sodia, Melissa, or John never spoke a word. It was because they were great listeners. They empathized. And I'm so happy that my late father bought this book in 1963. This is a copy that if we sell it on eBay, it will sell more than 1,000 euros, but this is priceless. You don't sell these copies. You keep these copies, and I have 2 of these. And thank God my father found out about this over 60, 70 years ago, and I'm so happy that he read the book, and he passed it on to Giovanni, my brother, and myself. So, my dear friends, how to win friends and influence people. Secondly, improve your listening skills by Dorie Clark. And last but not least, our proverb, which is listening is an invisible skill. So let's take some of our chats. Melissa, show some of the chats here. Let's see who's here. Pandelis Fuli is here, my friend. Dimos Polemidis. I read over 30 self-improving books, and this one that has helped me the most. I totally agree with you. Let's see who else. Who else is here, Melissa? Roxani Konomu is here. Give us some comments. Also, in public speaking or business meetings, not to be a speaker droned on and on without noticing that your audience sometimes might be asleep. Roxani, it's your experience talking. I totally agree with you. Paona, the word listen contains the same letters as the word silent. Paona, that's amazing. Excellent. Love it. I totally agree with you, Michalismu, about listening to people without interrupting. Richard Pettinger is here, the head of business school at UCL. It's an honor. Thank you for being here. My friend Sergio Bobescu, who's doing our editing for our videos. Good morning, everyone. Wish you all a happy and productive day. Thank you. And many, many more. Guys, I promise to keep this short and concise. Dear friends and fans, thank you for tuning in. Thank you, and wishing you all a productive week ahead. Thank you also to Melissa, who is in the background, and to everyone else. Take good care. Share this episode so you get a chance to win the Stand Up, Stand Out, or share this episode because you want to touch more people, your team, your friends, or your family. Thank you very much.